And lucky. I was the first Indian to win the Sundance Mahindra Global Filmmaker Award, which was given to the screen.
Not even for a moment did I feel weird about the whole concept, because there was a lot of there's a lot of respect that I had for Sonali after watching Ammu, and I had watched it in college. She'd come with the film. But after I read the script, not even for a second did I even think that, why, how, will I be able to? Yes, will I be able to, as an actor, to pull this off, as it's a very, very difficult and challenging character to play, but not what you're asking. No, never did it bother me. And also, you have to completely depend on your director, and you have to completely trust the people who are trying to make the film, and that trust was completely there on Sonali, Nilesh, and Anne, who was the DOP of the film and has done a tremendous job. So it's the representation and the treatment, and the story was so beautiful that, and once you see the film, you'll realize that it's the story of Laila and these people, these enormously strong women, the three women that are in the film. It's their story. So you won't even think about these things, once you've seen the film. Thank you.
Just to say about the script for me, we were very privileged and lucky. I was the first Indian to win the Sundance Mahindra Global Filmmaker Award, which was given to the screenplay. And, people like Shabana, Shyam Benegal, Anurag had done the screening to choose this, and then Sundance chose that from the top three, they chose this. And I remember when I went to the Sundance Writers Lab, I felt that, this is the Indian winner, like what's going to happen now? Like, maybe they'll say some superficial things. And, I had already spent a year with Nilesh writing this when I went there. And they tore it to bits, and they felt that I was not in it the way I was with Ammu, that I wasn't deep in the character's skin. It felt very much that I was looking from the outside, and I instantly realized and recognized that because I was writing about my sister Malini, that it was very external. And after that lab, I went even deeper and wrote from a very, very deep place, and really owned it, and wrote from my own experiences in life and my own pain and loss and love and everything. And I loved that the NETPAC jury called it that, a love letter to life, because it is my love letter, and it's my love letter to India. And I'm most excited to bring this deeply personal story and film and script of mine to India.
Sonali, मेरा आपसे एक सवाल है, सेंटर. आपसे सवाल है कि जैसे देखा जाए कि फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड लोग हैं, उनके इमोशन को या सेक्सुअलिटी को आज भी हमारे देश में टैबू का सब्जेक्ट माना जाता है. तो मैं जानना चाहूँगा, फिल्म बनाने के दौरान कितनी तकलीफ़ों का सामना करना पड़ा, कितने चैलेंजेस आपके सामने आए, कितना रिसर्च किया आपने?
सॉरी, मैं इंग्लिश में मुझे जवाब देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमारा ये डिसएडवांटेज है कि हम इस देश में, वैसे मैं बंगाली हूँ, और तो हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, और फिर अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारा एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हमें इतना कॉलोनाइज करते हैं कि अंग्रेजी ज़्यादा साफ आती है. तो उसके लिए आई एम सो जेलस ऑफ प्रसून एंड आमिर दैट खराखट सो नाइसली दे कैन आंसर इन हिंदी. एक दिन ऐसा भी होगा मेरे लिए. तो मैं इंग्लिश में जवाब दूंगी कि मेरा for me the biggest learning was growing up with my sister Malini, who's just 1 year younger than me. And when we were teenagers, I remember that I felt very conscious that I couldn't date anybody because she was more romantic than me, and she always wanted to fall in love and was always surprised when men looked at her that they weren't actually in love with her just because they were being kind to her. And it broke my heart more than it broke hers. And I was like, I can't date anybody because she's the one who wants to date somebody more. And then, I went to America to study and moved on in life and forgot about that. And when I was 40 and she was 39, we had met in London. We were having a drink together. And, the title, actually, just to divert for a second, when I was writing the first draft of the film, at the end of writing that draft, it just came up with this title, Margarita with a Straw. And one of the reasons is that Malini has always outdrunk me. This is one of the myths we also have about the disabled. You don't think that the disabled can have a drink, leave alone have sex. And she's always outdrunk me. And when we'd go out drinking, and I would, actually I'm not a big drinker, I would say, हाँ एक नींबू पानी और एक whiskey soda, इस plastic cup में whiskey soda डालना वो straw के साथ. Because you don't have really grown up nice cups for the disabled, so then these plastic children's sippy cups. And the thought came to me, and you need a straw because otherwise she can't sip it. And so the idea came to me that a drink with a straw, and I came up with Margarita because my son said, don't say this in public. It's really embarrassing because it's a cliche, but I'm going to say it. But basically, when life hands you lemons, you can be bitter and sour, or you can make lemon juice. And in my case, I made a margarita when life handed me lemons and raised a toast. But Malini and I were having a margarita, and I said, Malini, what do you want for your 40th birthday? It's the best birthday ever. And she said, and sometimes her speech comes out crystal clear, and this was one of those moments. And she said, I just want to have sex. And it hit me really hard, actually, because I had not thought about my sister's sexuality. And she wrote a brilliant book, One Little Finger, because she typed it with one little finger. And in that book, she actually wrote that it's actually family members and carers who the most overlook the sexuality of the disabled. It made me very conscious as a sister that I had also forgotten that. And that was the spark for me, for the story of looking at the sexuality of the disabled. I didn't really need to research that as much because I've grown up with Malini and many other young people because my entire family has been in the movement for disability. So I knew how they think and feel. It's just I had neglected that to think about that for her, to do something about it. But I was very aware of how it would play out, how I would write it, and how I would actually end up directing it.